Andre, always good to catch up with you. The Deputy Finance Minister is very hopeful of a positive outcome later today. How are you feeling about what Moody's might say?
Well, I'm in support of the Deputy Minister of Finance there. I do not think that Moody's will downgrade us. If we look at the budget that came out during this year in the budget speech, the figures that they used for growth, the figures that they predicted as a percentage of deficit before loans and the loans as a percentage of GDP, all based on a growth figure of 1.5%. And we are likely to see growth coming in closer to the 2, even 2.2%, which would mean that the economy grows faster, and then with the handbrake onto spending, less corruption, less spending on unnecessary items, we will see that in the medium-term budget speech, the figures that comes out then as a percentage of GDP, loans would be lower, the deficit would be lower because growth is better. And we've already seen that growth surprised us on the whole of last year from 0.7% to where it came out just above 1%. So in light of all of that, I do not think that Moody's will downgrade us. I think they will come out and caution and say that the emphasis should be on state-owned enterprises and ensuring that they do not get funded and that the proper spending patterns and everything gets in place there and proper management. And I think they will also come out and caution against land expropriation without compensation, this whole debacle. But I'm very confident that Mr. Ramaphosa knows what he's doing, that it will not go to the negative side, and that food security and everything will not be under threat. So no, Moody's will not downgrade us tonight. I'm quite confident about that.
But then, Andre, how do you respond to views that, you know, although growth is expected to tick up to around 1.5% in South Africa this year, it's still a lot lower than our peers who enjoy a similar kind of junk rating by S&P and Fitch? And also views that although President Ramaphosa has come in and, you know, got the Ramaphosa fever, a light, everyone dancing to that tune, all that's changed is sentiment. On the ground, the fundamentals here in South Africa haven't changed, and those are going to take a long time to change. How do you respond to that?
Yes, the fundamentals will take a long time to change, but the fundamentals are changing. And when you look at the ratings downgrade, then you are not looking backwards, but you are looking forward. And going forward, the estimates are that we will grow better, that the economy will be doing better, and that's what the ratings agencies are looking at. So forward-looking and not backward-looking. And on that criteria, there's, in my opinion, not any chance that they will downgrade us, or a very, very slim chance at this stage. So yes, it can be called Ramaphosa fever, but it's Ramaphosa fever taking us out of intensive care into a normal ward of the hospital. And so we're doing better, and that's what the ratings agencies will focus on.
One way I'm sure we can enjoy a bit of jelly and custard there. But Andre, onto the issue of SARS, the recent shake-up with the removal of the contentious Tom Moyane as its boss. Do you think that Moody's and perhaps other ratings agencies will see the step by Ramaphosa to remove the man that has been seen as being the backbone of the lack of tax morality that we have here in South Africa, and, you know, putting SARS in not the best of places, as a positive?
Absolutely, it's a positive. And we must remember that from a very dirty house, it takes a while to clean it up. But that's certainly what we are seeing from Mr. Ramaphosa. And the latest move on Mr. Tom Moyane was just another feather in his cap, the right move made by him. And I do not think that that's the last one. And that will definitely speak positively to the ratings agencies and to the growth in the economy as such.
What about your target levels for the Rand? I mean, we're currently at 11.80. At these levels, has the rand priced in Moody's not downgrading us, or could we possibly see some strength?
I think a lot has been priced into the rand already. I think that's the general expectation by the market. So if we are being surprised by a downgrade, then the rand will certainly spark back to the 12.30 and 12.40 levels. And if they do not downgrade us, it will just underline the positiveness that's in the market, and we could trade down to the 11.60 levels. There we have to see very closely. A close below 11.80 today will put us into the 11.60, 11.80 trading range. And then, of course, the other one that one must never forget when you speak about exchange rates is you have to look at the international market. And the international market's quite an interesting play at the moment with Mr. Donald Trump and all his tariffs on China. And that could possibly cause some friction in the emerging markets with a risk-off situation and counter-effect all the positiveness by Moody's not downgrading us. So with all of that happening, a move back to 12 is also possible, but that would not be because of domestic influences, but mostly international influences coming out of America with it.
And just a quick one.
Trade war with China.
Oh, I really hope that doesn't happen. But a quick one, Andre. I mean, if we do maintain our investment grade rating from Moody's, I mean, that means we stay firm in the World Government Bond Index. Do you expect a lot more foreign investors to snap up our bonds, or should that play out?
I think over the next year we will definitely see some foreign investments coming into the country. We will see the business confidence picking up, and as business confidence picks up in South Africa and local investment expands into the marketplace, we will see foreign investors coming back in as well. Hopefully this time just the fixed direct investments, and just not on hot money on bonds, but also in actually establishing manufacturing industries and putting money where jobs are being created to let the economy grow. But I'm confident on that as well, yes.